Hey everybody, Mike back once again. So this video, this is probably the third edit or version I'm doing it, because originally I was going to give you personal advice or whatever, something advice from my personal experience, and then I decided to Google that little thing, and apparently, as always, someone else said it, and they said it better than I could. So today's quote is from Tony Gaskins. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. He seems to be a motivational coach. But so what he's saying, this quote, I was actually going to kind of give it to you. So I was going to say consistency is the key, and because that is very true. How he said it is much better than I said. So like Mark Twain, if someone said it better than you, go ahead and steal what they say. But Tony Gaskins once said, "Consistency is key. If you can't be consistent, then you can't be anything." That is absolutely true. Just like that old school, Japanese proverb, what is success? It's falling off the horse 7 times and getting back on it 8 times. That is how you achieve success is be consistent at it. Just keep working at it. Just keep attacking the problem. And if you kind of realize that it's not really working, take a break, reevaluate your situation, but then go at it again. And because you have to be consistent, you have to constantly go back. I mean, you know, it, one of the most powerful force in nature is water. And so we see the coastlines are shaped by the waves and all that, but they're not shaped in a day. Rocks aren't smashed by waves. They're molded. They're constantly beaten over and over and over again. And so that is where that consistency comes in. You just got to keep going at it, keep throwing yourself at that, and yeah, sometimes you will be beaten and you'll be tired and all that, but that's when you take your break. Evaluate what you're doing, evaluate how successful it's been, maybe why it's failing or anything like that, and then reevaluate, but then get back on it. So if you watch any of my other videos, you may know that like every other American in this country now, having trouble with job employment. Got laid off and looking for it, and so I will absolutely own up to the fact that I really fell into a pretty deep depression, weird funk, whatever you want to call it. For about a good solid month. But during that month, I was still consistent. I was still trying best I can to find a job. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a job. I wasn't finding it. And so what did I do? I redid my resume. I looked at my resume. I was like, okay, I could touch it up here. And so I did that. And then, I got a little bit more improvement, a little bit more feedback. But unfortunately, still wasn't landing a job. And then I was like, okay, let's, what could I do to change this? What can I make better? And so I, reached out to my sister-in-law, and she works in HR, and so that I was like, perfect, that is a resource I can, reach out to, and they can help me. So you can there's no shame in asking for help if you need it, but you just always got to be consistent. And because I was constantly looking for work, constantly revamping it, my resume, and had someone actually take a look, I hopefully I'll find. It seems like I've been offered a few jobs, but I don't want to get too hopeful on that yet, because like many people in America as well, we've been burned by many companies, many employers, and all that. But that's why consistency is the key. If you have a goal and you consistently work at it, you will achieve that goal. And there are days where you're tired. Take a day off. Reevaluate it. And come back. But consistency is key. You got if you want to be ripped, you gotta consistently work out. If you want to be a successful manager, you got to consistently show up to your work and consistently you know evaluate your workers and all that stuff, and so that way you can be successful. Have a because if you're a manager, you're defined by the success of your business, or of your employees. So I mean, any skill, any occupation, in order to get good at it, to become proficient, and then to be a master of your craft, you have to be consistent. So with that, Like I said, I was originally going to say, oh, consistency is the key, but Tony Gaskins said it much better. Consistency is the key. If you can't be consistent, then you can't be anything. So just keep at it. Hang in there. I know you got this. You can do this. And just keep on trying. So best luck to everybody, and I hope you all the best.